Okay, great. So today I'm super excited to have a conversation with my good friend, Shannon Baylor, who is a long time, well, seems like a long time, but she's been licensed with REMAX University since early in 2015. She's an amazing cheerleader and supporter of the office, super involved in our social committee, and a lot of times a bit of the life of the party. So yeah, I'm excited in a good way, brings good energy, fun, and very involved in the office. So really excited to talk to you today about 5 lessons, I guess, that you've learned the first 5 years in real estate. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here and talking to you, Shane. Like you said, I got licensed just 3 weeks after I turned 22. And that actually kind of leads into my first point of what I learned in the first 5 years was, I think I was a little nervous. I started in real estate so young, and everyone told me that they're like, just reach out to your sphere of people and just say like, hey, I'm in real estate now. It could be the easiest message. And I was like, I don't want to be salesy. Like that was always my biggest thing with real estate is I don't love a salesy, pushy person. Like when you walk into a car dealership and they're all over you. And I was like, I don't want to be that. And so I didn't reach out to my sphere. I think I put a Facebook status saying like, hey, I'm a realtor, like use me. Like, no, I'm a 22-year-old young female. They're not going to just use you. I didn't prove a point or, do anything to get them to want to use me.
Yeah.
So I wish I would have reached out, whether it be a phone call to like my personal friends, like my close friends and family. I also had some agents tell me they just sent out a quick Facebook message to their sphere all on Facebook, just saying like, and there's a soft approach you can do, right? Like, I think I was like, oh my God, I'm just gonna have to say, hey, use me as your realtor when you're ready to like buy or sell. But they're like, no, say, hey, I got into real estate. If you know of anyone looking to buy or sell, could you please pass along my information? And I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, I love the idea of don't be a secret agent, right?
Yeah.
And I think I hear a lot, especially new agents, and I was the same way too, about that word salesy. Like I didn't want to be salesy,
Yeah.
but provide value, right? Provide value, educate, right?
Yeah.
And so in that realm too, and this doesn't just apply to new agents.
No.
There's a lot of experienced agents that are not connecting with their database as much as they could. And I like, hey, do you have any real estate questions that I can help you with?
Yeah. That's the biggest thing is I don't ever have people just ask me, like, I remember when the stress test came in, I still have people asking me, what is the stress test?
Right.
And it's nice, then I get a connection with them. And that's actually how I got a client recently. I've just talked to her a lot over the years. And we've been friends for a long time. And I wasn't sure if she was going to use me or not, but she did. She said, you always answered every question honestly. And if I ever asked, like, so that was always nice to hear.
Yeah, love that. Okay, great.
Yeah,
awesome.
So that's kind of my point one.
Solid, number one. That could be number one and through 5.
All of them. That's just a big one for me. And I wish I would have done it and I didn't. So that was one thing I really regretted in my first couple of years. My second point was actually being a yes man. I regret it at the beginning. And not that you shouldn't say yes to a lot of opportunities when you first start in real estate. You should. Like that is how you get started, right? So, but I regret saying yes to absolutely everything. Like, I think I said yes to like an open house in Morinville.
Okay.
I don't plan on working in Morinville. Why did I say yes to it? I don't know anything about Morinville. So I think it's nice to say yes and do favors for other agents, because that's how I actually built my business, was through other agents. Like that's how I started, and I got leads from agents that had extra business. So, but I found myself saying yes to too much almost. And also just saying yes to everything. Like a lot of agents around the office, like I would ask a lot. I would go to every training session when I first started, and REMAX University is really great at training sessions. We offer so much more than any other brokerage in my opinion, but like I went to everyone. I just listened. Then I found myself saying yes to everything that everyone said. They're like, oh, I did this. Oh, I did this. And it worked for me. But then I would say yes to all of them. And some cost money, some don't. And so you're putting money and time into these things that people are telling you worked for them, but I didn't take the time to realize they might not work for me.
Right.
So that was kind of one thing I noticed. I was saying yes, 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 instead of being like, would that work for what I want to do as well? And that's never saying like you should always step out of your comfort zone as well.
Yeah.
But making
Now
sure
it's,
it works.
and if I could add one thing on there, it's you're doing those activities and that's taking you away from doing other activities, right?
Yeah, that you would actually be good at too.
Yeah. Or that's in the direction that you want to go, right?
Yeah.
I know that we talked a little bit about this recently, is you're planting the wrong seeds in your garden.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah, that was one big thing. And it actually kind of, leads into this next one as well. It's just like, so my third one would be figuring out what you're good at in real estate. You're not good at everything, and you shouldn't want to be either. Like, you got to find what works for you. So taking the time to reflect and say, like, for me personally, I'm not very good at open houses. Okay. I'm actually a big introvert. So just being put in, and I get nervous, to be honest. Being a female in real estate, you do have to be a little bit cautious, and you hear stories. Yeah. And so I don't really want to sit in a house for 2 hours and have randoms come and talk to me. I get nervous, and I think it shows that I'm nervous when I talk to them. Okay. So I've learned that I'm much better actually at even a cold call I'm better at, because I can talk to them before I meet them. I can feel them out. I can ask the questions to qualify them. And I'm a little bit more confident meeting them at that time. And I use the buddy system. Like, I'll text someone I know saying, hey, I'm meeting a client I've never met before. Can you call me in 15 minutes? So for me, it's a little bit of a safety concern. And I just, realizing what you're good at. I'm good at
what you don't like to hey, I don't want to do this. So, don't stress about it. And do you worry about not doing open houses anymore?
I usually will do one as an introductory, just because I feel like it helps the client, and some extra signage around and stuff. I would never not want to do it for my client, but I usually only do an introductory one, or if there's a price change or something like that. But I don't go out of my way to do them every weekend.
It's not a big part of your annual plan, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's not something I go and I'm like, I'm going to get a bunch of leads off of it, because I know I don't capture them very well there. Right. Versus I can do cold calls quite well. And one of my biggest sources is leads from other agents, and they qualify them before I even get to them.
Good. Yeah. Awesome strategy. Yeah, absolutely. Good.
Yeah. Number 4 is remembering to celebrate my wins. I hate being center of attention. I'll post every once in a while. I got my 5-year certificate and I posted it. I think it's important to celebrate those wins. And it shows to your clients and your friends and your family that, hey, I'm still in it in 5 years. I've done really well and I'm making it. And it's important to celebrate that. I think sometimes you don't want to, some people are like, oh, I don't want to show my awards. I feel like it's putting it in everyone's face. And I don't like to see it all the time on everyone's page. Oh, I won this, so I did this. And I don't love that, but I think there's a balance of, saying, hey, I did this and I'm really proud of what I did, because that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, because and you're doing it in the right way, where it's not just braggadocious, but it is just, hey, look, this is your social proof that you're in this business and you are having success, and that helps build trust with your audience.
I agree.
And so it's I don't know why you're not top of mind, and I don't know why I would call Shannon about this. I don't know that she would do a good job. And this is,
exactly.
Hey, look what I've done, right? And I think even not even just on the social end, but I think it's important for any business owner or person to acknowledge those wins for themselves and celebrate that.
Even take yourself, or you and your family, or you and your husband, or whatever, your wife, take it out and go for a nice dinner and celebrate.
Awesome. Totally.
That's what's important in it, I think. But
love that. Good tip. Yeah, absolutely. Super important.
And my last one number five is to find out your why in real estate. And I struggled with this. I really, really did. And it wasn't probably until this year that I found it. I was in all of our training sessions, I started every couple of training sessions are always so why are you doing this? What's your why? And everyone was well, money. like, and, you know, or time and stuff like that. Like it was always, and I was always like, what is mine? Like, I didn't know. Like, I was like, I enjoy what I do, but I don't know why real estate. Like, so it took me a really long time, and I always felt guilty. I'm like, is mine money? Like, it doesn't seem like me. And so I looked a little deeper, and I just started kind of like doing different things and going out of my comfort zone. And I really did realize I really love like the giving back, and I love the learning process of it. Like for me, like you said, I am really involved with the office, but I really love doing it. Like I don't get anything crazy from it. Like I just like doing it. And I am on a lot of other committees. Like I'm on a lot of charity groups and committees, and I really enjoy it. Like even like I would rather watch a documentary at night versus The Bachelor or something, which I do love The Bachelor, but I don't know. That was definitely what I realized when I found that out. I was like, that really clicked for me. And it actually, this year's been one of my better years in real estate. It's actually probably will be my best in the end. And it's just, that clicked for me after I was like, I need to find the balance of like finding time for like doing real estate, but also the time for like giving back and taking the time to learn and stuff like that. So
and a lot of people, including myself, can relate to that why dilemma. And you know, a lot of people with family, it's easy, right? And people that have had huge adversity is the word, is, you know, like, hey, I was in a car accident, or, you know, I was living on the street and blah, blah, blah. Like you hear those rags to riches because they have an avoidance of pain motivation that's stronger than everything, right? That's that Christmas morning every day mindset and feeling where they're like, yeah, I'm going to do my calls because I don't want to be on the street again. And when you've had a pretty good life and good upbringing and comfortable, and that's harder to relate to that. And so now it's not, I wouldn't say money, but it's what can I do with that money? What is that? Like, let's peel back that layer a little bit and go, well, you know what, if I hit, you know, 50,000 covers my costs. Well, if I do 100,000, well, now I can really make a difference in somebody else's life with that 50,000, right? You know, I could do 10,000 to this charity or whatever, and that can really get you like, oh, wow, that's exciting. Let me go after that, right? And that, I think that helps do the less exciting activities when you don't want to, or when you're not feeling like it, you still get it done, right? When nobody's watching, what are you doing, right? Like, and so it's a constant challenge to have that why and to reiterate it to yourself as well. And, you know, share it with other people. People want to get behind your why. So I think lovely. I love the 5 tips. Those are awesome. Not even just for new agents. And congratulations, 5 years is a milestone for any small business, and real estate is no exception to that. So like huge accomplishment, congratulations. And thank you so much for sharing. If any agents out there want to pick your brain or ask you about what you are doing or connect or send their referrals your way, I'm sure you're happy to chat with them.
Of course, yeah.
Good. So find Shannon and reach out, send her all your referrals, and she's happy to help. So thanks so much again, Shannon, for sharing your 5 tips. Those are awesome. Have a good day.
Yeah.